From Amherst to East Aurora, covering all of Western New York, this is News 4, your local news leader.
Volunteer fire companies are always looking for people to sign up and join the ranks.
And later this month, firehouses across the state, they will host recruitment events. And here to talk more about this is David Morales with the Getzille Fire Company based in Amherst. David, thanks for coming on in.
Thanks for having me.
All right, first talk about the recruitment efforts and what is planned here.
So Recruit New York is just kind of a time when we drive together and kind of put on events. They're varies from organization to organization, but really just to shine a light on what it is that volunteer firefighters do and kind of dispel some of the myths that people might have about what it is to be a volunteer firefighter.
I was speaking with a volunteer firefighter not too long ago, and he was telling me, he's been doing this for decades. And years ago, there used to be a line of people who wanted to sign up and join, but now the numbers are down. Why do you think there's not as much interest?
I think the same reason that there's not enough interest is probably there's not one silver bullet for solving it. There's a number of problems out there. People are working longer. It might be they're trying to make their dollars stretch more. So volunteer firefighters give up their most important, valuable resource they have, which is their own time. And that's a difficult thing to do nowadays.
It's very rewarding work, though. Could you talk about the rewards, the benefits, also just the support that you guys get from the community?
Sure. The best thing I've ever done is become a volunteer firefighter, going on 13 years now doing it. The camaraderie, the life-saving skills you get, the feeling of giving back to your community and taking care of your neighbors, you can't put a price tag on that. But there is an incentive that has a dollar amount now. There are stipends that you get for taking some of these training courses. There are property tax rebates, things like that. Things that kind of help, I guess, sweeten the deal a little bit.
So you mentioned 13 years. What was it that, that drove you to join? What is your reasoning?
Back for me personally, I wasn't one of those kids that always wanted to be a volunteer firefighter. I was just kind of working a dead-end job, and I passed the fire hall one day just to break up the monotony. I was like, maybe I'll, check out the engines, thinking this, that, And then all of a sudden I was filling out an application, and it was just the people there. They really make you feel welcome. You become a member of a family, and you're part of something larger than yourself.
Talk about some of the training as well, because you have to go through some extensive training to do what you do and respond to emergencies.
There is training, and there are mandated hours or percentages you have to meet for the state or for the independent organizations themselves. But I will say that the biggest myth I always try and disrupt is to be a volunteer firefighter, you're not the person on the hose going into the burning building. We do so much more than that. There's EMS, you can get your EMT, which fire companies will pay for, which could land you a job somewhere. We train for scuba, for dive rescue. There's a rope rescue course. You're not necessarily that person running into a burning building. We need all types of people, and I think that's what people don't realize.
And there's something truly for everyone out there. Let's talk specifically about Recruit New York, the statewide effort. It has been going on, I believe, for over a decade
16
now.
years, I think, yeah.
16 years. What has that done for volunteer fire companies all across New York?
Well, like I said, I think it dispels the myth of what it is that we exactly do. We do so much more than people realize. And we need people that might have skills in accounting or might have skills in bookkeeping, something like that. Not necessarily somebody who wants to be a firefighter per se. We take literally anybody. We give that training to anybody who has that drive to better themselves and take care of their community. And the number one thing is we want people to come out to the fire halls, drive by your fire halls, and if they see the doors open, stop by and ask. Say, hey, what could I do? Or what is it that you do? You can try on our gear, you can try on some of our tools. We have open houses events. I know my fire company, Getzille, we're hosting a blood drive at the same time, just to try and get more people, the members of the community, just to get in the exposure and just start asking questions.
Yeah, do you have anything coming up, anything that people can circle on their calendar?
Just check your local fire company's Facebook page or their website. It all varies across the state and to each organization. If you're looking for your local fire company, or maybe even you want to join, you're interested, look on FASNY's website, check out Erie County's fire prevention safety webpage. You'll find the answers you need right there.
Wonderful. If you are home or interested, we will make sure we have this interview with all of the information up on our website, WIVB.com. David Morales, thank you so much for coming in this afternoon.
Thanks, guys.